Hello everyone, it's Andrea again. I'm happy you're here with me today. Granny squares, those small, colorful crochet squares, are timeless. I love making them, but just as important is the question, how do I join them? Today I'll show you my two favorite methods for sewing or crocheting my granny squares together. So grab your crochet hook or your yarn needle, some yarn and crochet along with me. The first method I want to show you is sewing the granny squares together. Sometimes you just want an invisible seam, and for that the mattress stitch is perfect. I start by laying my two granny squares with the right or nice sides facing up. Then I take my yarn needle and yarn and carefully begin sewing from corner to corner. I start on the left side, going from bottom to top, and the right side I also go from bottom to top. From now on the process stays the same. I switch sides again. I insert the needle into the last stitch, this time from top to bottom. And for the next stitch I go from bottom to top. I switch sides again and repeat the process, inserting into the last stitch top to bottom and then bottom to top. By the way, I've linked a very beginner-friendly tutorial for these granny squares in the video description. You'll also find all kinds of info there, like what yarn I use and which crochet hook. And there's the result. This is the front side. The great thing about the mattress stitch is that the seam is barely visible from the front and the granny squares lie flat together. It's perfect for blankets or clothes when you want a fine seam. And this is how it looks on the back. The second method, which I love just as much, is crocheting them together. This creates a visible seam that gives a nice pattern to the whole piece. I like to use the slip stitch method for this. Again, I lay my two granny squares with the right side facing up. Then I take my crochet hook and start with a regular slip knot. This time I begin on the right side, inserting the hook from the top into the inner loop of the stitch. I place my yarn between the two granny squares. On the second square I also insert the hook from the top into the inner loop of the stitch. Now I grab the yarn and pull it through all 3 loops. I loosen the loop on my hook a bit so the slip stitch aren't too tight. And then I keep going just like that, inserting from the top into the inner loop of the stitch, and the same on the other side. The working yarn stays in the middle. Remember to loosen the loop a bit again. This is really important to make everything fit together nicely. If you have a free thumb right now, I'd be happy if you give me a thumbs up. And if you got another free thumb, I'd love it if you subscribe. That really helps me and my channel. And in case you're wondering how to handle the end knot while crocheting, I'll show you that in a few stitches. Now we are at a knot and I just crochet right over it. You could also crochet your granny squares without using these end knots. I've made a video on that as well, which I've linked in the video description and at the end of this video. At the intersections, instead of making 2 corner stitches, I simply crochet 2 chain stitches. You can crochet it in the same color or in a contrasting color. I've done both for different projects and both look great. What I love most about this method is the pretty flat seam that forms. If the video helped you, I'd love it if you share it on social media. Good tutorials don't spread automatically, so I really need your help. Thanks so much. I look forward to seeing you next time. All the best, your Andrea.